This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh, well then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, it's a Monday / national holiday that we feel weird even recognizing.
It's a weird year, weird times, very strange times.
Absolutely.
But here we are. Drinking out of camping mugs.
Look, I am not sponsored by Yeti, but if they wanted to, I am down. It keeps your coffee hot for hours.
Yeah.
It keeps your drink cold.
And it doesn't feel hot on the outside.
No. Wow. And we'll put like a mixed drink in there.
Yeah.
Next morning, ice is still intact.
That is some freaky science.
I'm getting ready to go to the beach in a few minutes, which is like me and B. Look how pale I am.
I know you're dressed. You look like a version of you as a young girl going to the beach.
I feel like my aesthetic in general is just me as an 11-year-old.
Same.
Like the amount of times Chip goes like, I can just see you.
Yeah.
As like a preteen girl acting exactly the frickin' same.
I have fully leaned into and have accepted that I dress like an 11-year-old boy most of the time.
I mean, I love our merch.
I wear it all the time.
You rocked it. She rocked it to the world's ugliest dog contest, y'all.
Which the international coverage of that contest, I had no idea.
I knew it was big because I was only aware of it when we lived in New York, and I saw the Today Show and I saw like the New York Post and things like that. But I didn't realize that people were going to be DMing us from Germany, Australia, Sweden, like
France. It was on Dutch news. It made the most curious of news outlets. So very cool.
It was very cool. And you know what I need to do? I was going to do it today, and then I remembered it was holiday. I want to send a follow-up email to the organizer.
Say thank you.
To say thank you. Yeah. We'd love to come back and plant a seed that if Burnt Brent ever wants to retire, we will literally buy 2 hats.
Yeah. I will wear black head to toe.
I mean, do we send an envelope arrangement to the fairgrounds office?
I feel like we should, because last week we were so excited about talking about it that I didn't want it to seem like we were dragging our experience.
It was the best experience. We want to do it again. But yeah, the coverage was insane. You guys sent us so much stuff, and I was just like, this is our and hello. Yeah. The reason why I want to email them, there's a fly in here.
Yeah, there is a fly. There's a fly in here that you might hear extra buzzing every now and then, and you might just see us flip out for a second.
This fly wants to be a guest. We don't do guests.
We tell you every week.
The amount of time I've had to email people back and say, we'll get emails. Sorry, this tangent. We'll get emails to our podcast email address from like PR people and bookers that'll be like, my client is such a fan. She'd love to be a guest on the show. I'll be like, she's never listened to it. We don't have guests.
No guests.
I get so bitchy. I'm like, oh, really? A huge fan? Did she only listen to the one episode we had Hannah on, episode 3?
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the reasons why I think I'm like, we'll bring us back.
Yeah.
It's because in the coverage.
Yeah.
We were the ones they showed the pics of.
I think we had the
biggest reactions.
Unintentionally the biggest facial reactions. This is honestly what we've been training for our entire lives. I say I love performing, but I love even more supporting a performance.
Yeah, I like reacting.
I mean, we still get sent GIFs of us in the audience of RuPaul's Drag Race finale from 4 or 5 years ago. And I think those are natural reactions. Those are not performative.
No, we are our ideal audience members. So anyway, we're going to send that. But I was saying, because you wore our shirt during it.
On the world stage.
But that's why I was like, well, damn, I should have done it too, considering it's going to be the biggest news thing we've ever had. You were wearing our merch. It was perfect.
I only wore it because it was the item I packed that would show the least amount of sweat stains on stage.
Oh, that is a good call.
It's a bonus for this shirt.
That is a good call. Speaking of sweat stains.
Mm-hmm.
How was Disneyland?
Yes. After we left each other last week, you and I had 2 extremely
different weeks.
experiences. You went camping, and I went to the opposite of camping. I went into a space that had thousands and thousands of people.
First of all, how hot was it?
It was pretty hot. It was like about 90-ish. Not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Honestly, the whole, like we were there for 2 days. We did California Adventure the first day and then Disneyland the next day so we could spend time in each park. It's a bit to get all of the shit figured out before you go. Like their ticket system, you have to download this app, all this.
Did you get any fasty stuff?
It's called Lightning Lane now. Ooh. Yeah, the LL. And that's all we did. And we nailed it. I kept saying, we are fucking crushing this.
That feels good.
I was assuming, we were just going to go have a fun time, walk around, and maybe get on 2 rides,
Because when I think of Disneyland, and maybe I'm just scarred from like back in the day when they didn't have any like real system.
Yeah.
I just
or like a cheat system.
Yeah, like a fuck it. Yeah, let's throw down some money.
Yeah. I'm an adult now.
Fuck it. But I just think of like waiting 2 hours to get on a ride.
Yeah, the longest we waited was probably without like a lightning lane for Soarin', which is the first ride we went on. Soarin', which just takes you over.
Soaring.
Yeah.
I have a friend named Soren, Soren.
I think that's why I was like SOAR.
So like we're soaring.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes you over this like video of all of the biggest sites across the world. So you travel through everything. It's beautiful. It's so like calming.
That's my kind of ride.
And they throw breeze at you when you're in there.
I love an element thrown at you. 4D.
And there's children on it, so it's like, oh, this is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we waited probably like 45 minutes for that.
That's not that bad.
And that was it. And we got on like everything that we wanted to get on. It was bizarre how seamless and unproblematic our experience was. I still don't understand how it ended up that way, but I'll take it. It was fantastic.
So are you like now itching to go back?
No, I mean, I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
It's like the way I watch a movie and I don't feel the need to rewatch it. Like
people who watch the same movies over and over are fucking
they go to
psychos.
Disney. They go to Disney. But it was truly so great. There was this like our hotel was directly next to the entrance to the park, so we could just go back and forth. It was weird though, because somehow we booked the absolute perfect time to do it, which was right after VidCon was done, which is in Anaheim, and right before 4th of July. So we were sandwiched in between these 2 major things. And I think that, worked in our favor. But it was strange because, the years spent going to VidCon and all these industry parties that happen in downtown Disney.
Oh, yeah. House of Blues, baby.
Yeah. It was like walking around with totally different eyes. Like being like, oh my God, that outdoor place, that was House of Blues. I remember going to an industry party up there and being like pushed against a wall.
The House of Blues party, it was the Studio 71.
It was the one to be at.
It was crazy.
All I remember is in those years that we'd have to get in an Uber and like a manager would take us to a back entrance. And so I never got to see like downtown. And we'd walk in front of this line of people like fucking assholes. Like, you gotta let these guys in.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry. My version of Disneyland, besides going once when I was like 10 years old, is just the back of convention centers and golf carts and getting in an Escalade from a hotel, like not seeing anything. And what's so funny is Chip and I went to an anime convention on Saturday.
Fun.
We went to this one like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think it was like if it wasn't the first one, it was one of the first few.
Yeah.
And I remember going and like we were really excited because there were like 20 people cosplaying.
Yeah.
Grace.
Was it crazy?
It was fucking madness. It was at the LA Convention Center. It was sold out.
Wow.
And like I had gotten us a badge to like surprise him like months ago because I knew he was going to be home. We might have been the only people out of, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000, not in costume.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
That's same with Disney that I was like, I'm going to wear comfortable, stupid clothing. Yeah. And then lo and behold, you can't dress stupid enough. Like everyone is wearing anything they want and everyone's wearing Disney merch. Yeah. And I bought a bunch of Goofy shirts because Elliot was goofy to support. And so I was like truly dressed like a toddler the whole time. Like I was walking next to little boys being like, we're matching.
Sick shirt, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But the best part about it for me was like, we ended up walking probably like 7 to 9 miles a day. It was insane. And the best
And then
part,
you don't feel bad about eating churros and
Exactly.
and like daiquiris.
and in California Adventure, you can get beer and drinks wherever you
well,
want.
that was a question I was getting to.
We walk to get a beer. We walk over here. We walk over there. We get a cocktail over here. But then
Wait,
in
so
Disney,
California Adventure is like straight up like
have
normal drinking?
But they only have, it's like they'll have beer and then they have just like weird pre-mixed drinks.
Yeah,
so
when-
it's not
when
just
we're
like
like-
a full bar. And then in Disneyland, the only place you can drink is in the Star Wars Cantina
That's the only place
that we found. Other than like if you book a reservation for like one of the restaurants,
Okay.
they'll have drinks. Like we got this reservation at like a Creole restaurant, I guess. But they only had a hurricane.
bayou?
Yeah, a bayou. That's literally what it's called. And they only had.
Buy you for you. FUBU.
I walked in and I saw on the menu that they had a hurricane and that they had a wine and beer list. And I asked the waiter, I was like, is it just the hurricane or wine
That's
and
the
beer?
only liquor?
And he just pointed, he goes, well, that's our bar. And it's just empty with just like the spouts for hurricanes. And I was like, yeah, I thought that was the bar. I didn't want to
Damn.
believe that. Yeah, so it's just like strange availabilities of things.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense that you don't want people getting just fucked up
Well,
and then
people
like
still
being
do.
around. Well, yeah, but like being around the kids.
But they're making these drinks so that it's like they can move tables. You know?
Okay,
But we
okay.
went to the cantina.
I was gonna say, what
So
did you?
fun.
Does the cantina? Is it like when you go to the cantina?
we went at 10
The
a.m.
Star Wars cantina. Is it like I'll take a vodka soda, or is it
No.
like, well, I'll take a bleep bloop flip a bloop
It's
blowski?
that one. It's that. It's like I'll have an outer rim, or I'll have a like I don't know, a character name drink, and they're all bright colors, and the whole atmosphere like
Are they all just so sweet?
they're like sicky sweet, but like
Yeah.
also just really delicious. We all love the sun this time of year, I'm sure, but when it comes to protecting our skin from it, that's a whole other story. Some sunscreens leave you feeling sticky or greasy after applying, but thanks to Native Sunscreen, you can get both face and body protection that's lightweight and doesn't leave you feeling sticky or greasy. I know this firsthand. I just used it like crazy in Disney last week. With Native, you get broad spectrum SPF 30 mineral sunscreens that don't leave you with heavy greasy sunscreen feel that we get from most other sunscreens. They offer lightweight, non-greasy formulas that are easy to spread and blend seamlessly on all skin tones, leaving a matte finish with 0 streaks. Get the scents of summer like coconut and pineapple, rosé, or for those with sensitive skin, try the unscented. All Native Sunscreen is made from plant and mineral-based ingredients like naturally derived non-nano zinc oxide. Rolls off the tongue. Native has your back with face and body formulas. Their face sunscreen is made with avocado oil, and their body sunscreen contains vitamin E, just like Native products. Their eco-friendly Native sunscreen is Hawaiian compliant, so their formulas are free of oxybenzone and octinoxate, Doesn't have that in it, which makes it super island friendly. Protect your skin with Native's mineral-based sunscreens. Go to nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout to get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or promo code TMGW20.
If there's one thing I know about myself, it's that I am terrible at shaving my knees. Every time I think I've got it good to go, that I braved that round region, I go into the sun and it looks like my knee has a military crew cut. Seriously. But all of that has changed with Athena Club razors. That's right. They are surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid. So you get a silky smooth shave that actually leaves skin soft and hydrated, not stripped bare. Also, with their with all the serum and also their cloud shave foam, I'm not nervous around my knees, okay? I am getting it done, okay? The blades are spaced out to let hair and shave cream pass through easily, so you don't get that backup, you know? You can do less passes of your skin to remove hair, and fewer passes means less irritation to your skin, cutting down on razor burns and ingrown hairs. Hello, I'm talking to you, bikini line. The razor kit is only $9 with free shipping and comes with 2 blade cartridges, a magnetic hook for shower storage, and your choice of handle color. I have like a beautiful baby blue, go Tar Heels, but they have everything from chic black and white to neon and pastels across the board. And you're never gonna have to worry about dull blades because you'll get refills sent on your schedule. Just choose how often you need fresh blades, and Athena Club will send them automatically with free shipping, so you always have the best blades for the best shave. And I would suggest getting that Cloud Shave Foam too. Okay, it leaves your skin nourished and moisturized. So why deal with razor burn and wasteful disposable razors when you can be getting the best shave of your life with Athena Club Razor? How about 20% off your first order at athenaclub.com with promo code WEIRD? That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code WEIRD for 20% off your first razor kit and 100% off those hairy knees.
Because we went there first thing in the morning because we went to get on the Rise of the Resistance. That ride? Yeah, I'm terrible.
Is that the one that has all the actors?
Yeah, because that was the first time.
That makes me nervous.
The first day when we were in California Adventure, we went on all these rides, which were so fun. But I was like, they really have gotten rid of all of like the
classics,
immersive, like acting experiences. And then we went to Rise of the Resistance, and you get put in this like little huddle, and you get told like you have to stand on this color, and they're yelling at you because they've captured you. And I was like whispering to Elliot, I was like, she's acting at us right now.
Yeah.
This is so fun and also so cringy, and I'm not making eye contact because this is all very, very sweet. But we went on
But I wonder if that's like a ride where people are like, holy shit, Greg, I have an audition for Rise of the Resistance.
That's what I wanted to know. How
for like the top dude.
How did they get this?
Do you do a monologue, or do you just repeat that, like have the script?
And no, because they improvise, because it's like kids, and they're just like bullying kids in a sweet way.
Did anyone cry?
This one little girl was so scared because this lightsaber comes out at one point and cuts through the wall, and she looked like DW from the Arthur cartoon.
Oh my God!
And she was just like. And her mom wasn't even helping her because she was just like watching the ride. And I was like, this little girl is having a core trauma memory happen for her right now.
Oh my, I mean, truly, there's some rides like one of the only times I went to Disney. Well, I think I told you I went to Disney once, maybe twice in high school because of marching band.
Yeah.
So even I went in 8th grade because God, I'm a loser. So
no, we went in 6th grade for our 6th grade trip, like our senior trip.
That's cool. In 8th grade, because my dance teacher was also the color guard instructor at the high school.
Yeah.
So I was like expected to do it.
Yeah.
But so in 8th grade, she asked me if I could help out on Friday home games.
Yeah.
Because, people would be using this one flag and they'd put it down, and then, they run and they go to another flag. And I'd be like, well, now these flags have to get to this side by the closing number. So I was the dork.
And running on the side.
In all black.
Like the stage crew.
I was like the tennis ball girl. But for marching band, being like, I gotta get the rifles to the other side of the...
break their ankle.
And I remember one year they did a Disney medley as the friggin' halftime show.
Perfect.
But they could only buy like a knockoff Mickey, and they came out at the end, and I had to like open a door for them. And it's like a 90-pound girl, like freshman, in a knockoff Mickey hat.
This is why you are so cognizant of all of our cues for our stage show now.
Yes, I had to go. But so in 8th grade, obviously they weren't doing the show, but they marched in the Disney parade, whatever, like every band does it for one day. And so I held the one half of the banner that said the name of the high school.
Fun.
So I got to go to Disney. And I remember I was staying with a friend who was like, her family was going because she was a freshman. I was in 8th grade, but we knew each other. We danced together. And it's so funny. I've been seeing memes about this. I was like, all right, I'm staying with her and her parents in a hotel room. Yeah. Whatever. And this will be fine. And then like on day 3, when you like are like, oh, this is what this family's really like.
Yeah.
Like I remember her dad openly farting in front of us and me being like, oh my God, things just got different on day 3.
He's comfortable, but I'm not.
I was like, I've never heard my parents.
An adult man fart.
And he was like, "Brr," and then he's being like, wow, the floors are creaky. You know, like doing like an old man joke. And I just remember being like, I gotta get out of here. Oh no, they're getting too comfortable around me. But what was I even saying? Oh, but trauma. I remember, I don't know, it wasn't like Disney proper, but it was like one of the conglomerates. They had a ride for the movie Alien. Mm-hmm. Did you?
Yeah, I remember going
scared the shit out of me.
I was scared of every ride. I was scared of the Haunted Mansion. And then Elliot was like, that's not a scary ride. I was like, well, you don't understand that I'm a giant pussy.
Yeah,
and
totally.
That was scary. Tower of Terror scared. I have a core memory of Jaws that ruined my childhood.
Well, yeah, Universal, yeah.
Yeah, where the guy was like, the shark has been shot and it's done. And I opened my eyes and this bullet-ridden shark just tried to jump on board the boat.
We got to go back.
So I was a little nervous going into this trip going, am I still as scared as I was when I was 12 years old?
Is this going to be
right?
Not cute scared. Right. Is this going to be it ruins our trip?
Yeah, that Elliot thinks I'm acting and I'm not. And I just kept taking stock of how many children were in line for each ride before we went on. And I was like, okay, this is for children. Okay.
But that was me and Chip at the fair this past summer or fall when we were waiting for the swings. And he said, Mamrie, there's literally children. And then the ride ended and a grown man dropped to his knees and started throwing up. And I was like, no, maybe kids can actually, like kids aren't aware of mortality.
No.
And that's different. Not that like everything is super safe at Disney, but when you're thinking about like these crazy rides, like we're not just going like, oh no, I might get scared. I'm going like, oh no, how does this kill me?
Yes. Yeah. There's all these different awarenesses that you have.
Oh man. But that alien ride, I remember like the concept of it, you all sat around and then like the alien rose up in like a tank.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then you heard the lights went out, you heard glass crack, and then it was 4D. You felt it breathing on your neck. Like now I would be like, this is scary, but fine. But in 8th grade, I was like, I've been through it. Like to me, I was like, I can't believe I survived. I was leaving the ride looking at people in line being like, I would reconsider.
Yeah, there's other options here.
We survived it, but I would get out while you can. I'm pretty sure he's going to break out of that glass thing again.
Yeah, he's had experience now. He knows what doesn't work. King Kong, I remember being scared on. I remember being a little nervous on E.T.
Well, you're scared of E.T. in general, which is so funny that you went as E.T. to that wedding.
Well, now I like E.T. I'm realizing that as an adult.
Okay.
You know, all the things that I was scared of was because I was a little girl.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like,
you gotta support the aliens. As I have Alf on my shirt.
Yeah, but it was also strange too because they have like Tower of Terror, but they just remap it in Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Oh, so they're just doing it's like a car wrap.
So they're just like, how can we figure out how to make this elevator drop in the context of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Is there an elevator drop in Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, not that I know of, but they really shoehorned it into what the narrative was for this ride. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Overall, it was really great. I super enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought this was a great idea that this, you know, the kids for the most part, I was expecting them to be like, so annoying. And everyone was, guess what, having the best day ever. I heard this mom that I was like, all moms should do this. This one little boy was like a little upset and she said, there is no crying in Disney. You will get kicked out if you cry. And I was like,
God.
And he sucked it up immediately. And I was like, honestly, that's a pretty good lie.
Wow. There's no crying in Disney. Oh my God.
You will get kicked out.
Little creatures. Beans is just staring at us like a fucking murderer through the window. That's so fun.
Yeah. How was your opposite experience camping?
It was fantastic.
Was it?
Like and Chip was like, you were due for a good camping trip because the first one we ever took in Joshua Tree was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was 20 degrees. Beans' water bowl froze.
Oh, no.
That's the one we stayed like, we also, when we went to Joshua Tree into the park itself, it's when the government was shut down because fucking Trump. So people were like it's when news stories were coming out because people were like going off road and like fucking up the actual Joshua trees and stuff. Geez. Like it was a mess. So that one was rough. And then we did a tubing one. I think it was like the first thing of the end of the summer 2020 where we were like, we can do a very socially distanced go tubing and camping with family. But we just like, again, the tent fucked up. Like we were ready to be comfortable. This felt like glamping and it wasn't.
Oh, nice.
Like it was perfect. We had this little, it was a little campground where like we got this little spot that was like the best one.
Yeah.
But it was called the honeymoon suite.
Oh.
So it was really cute. There was just regular spots and they all had just numbers, but this one was like a sign with a heart.
Cute.
And then you went over a little bridge, like over a creek, and then we were right by this. Beans.
Beans is now standing on the door. She's heard that we were talking about characters with big ears. Come here. Hello. Oh, and she's running away. Mamrie opens the door to go get her, and she immediately runs away. She's a tease. She loves to be chased.
She's going to be in my lap.
As if that's not exactly what she wants.
This is her punishment. She now has to be in my lap during this. So Beans was with us. Very cute videos of her going over the little bridge. But it was right by this creek and it was all shaded and it was just like wildflowers were everywhere.
Beautiful.
And like Chip straight up hacked how to play a noise machine off a backup charger.
Nice.
And we didn't use it because it truly felt...
You were inside
We were inside of a calming, water-flowing noise machine. Now, that said, do we go to bed drunk every night? Yes. Did I wake up and having to pee and being like, I can hold it, and then just hearing rushing water and being like, oh, fuck, there's no holding it. There's no holding it at the campground. But it was so cute. And so there was one day that there's like an old man who was like managing the place and he would just ride around on a golf cart, like once on the hour, make sure everyone's fine. And he was like, how are you guys doing? And we were like, we're good. And he was like, oh, we're at the honeymoon suite, huh? And we're like, yeah. And he goes, be careful. You stay at the honeymoon suite. 2 of you are here this year. 3 of you next year. And I was like, we're good. But Beans was really into it for like the first day and a half.
Yeah.
But we stayed 3 whole nights.
Yeah.
And
that's like my max for sure on camping.
The thing is, I could have done it again because Chip set it up so well. Like,
oh, you guys, the way, even when we were up in Sonoma, the amount of stuff that he had packed that we saw in the back of your car that I had never even considered you should bring when you're camping. I was like, he's got a full folding table. That's crazy.
No, so by the little, like, you couldn't build a fire, so we have this like propane, you could do a propane fire. So it basically felt like a portable fire pit. Amazing. We had that with chairs and a table by the creek, and then we had 2 hammocks beside each other that he put up, and then we had a kitchen area, and then we had the tent area. We did it
moved in.
But what was perfect is the town was really cute. Truckee is the name of it, and it's like right by Tahoe, so it's like a ski kind of town. And they had a bunch of disc golf for Chip, so we would like hike disc golf, and then we would still like go to a nice dinner.
That's great.
With cocktails, and then go back to the campground to like hang by the fire and go to sleep. So we weren't like, what are we cooking tonight? Did you put it away because of bears? Like we took that element out of it. It was like commuter camping.
Yeah. Did you feel like you had to shower before you went into town?
I mean, I rarely shower, but they had like a bathhouse with a shower and all of that. However, there was just one moment and the showers were hot. It was great.
Amazing.
For all the like bougie snobbery I do, I can also get down at a fucking campground. Okay. But the one thing is when I was showering in there, and I think I showered there twice. I don't know about you, but when I'm home alone and I go to wash my face, I do it like fast because I'm nervous that's when someone's gonna break in to kill me.
Oh yeah. I'm such a kind of terrible person that I just do makeup wipes like crazy.
Oh, when's the last time water hit that face?
Yesterday when I showered. Yesterday I did shower. I do a series of wipes. I do some makeup wipes. I do some Neutrogena wipes.
Okay.
I just got new face wash, so I have been using that. I just splash too hard that when I'm done washing my face, Elliot's like, what? Did you wash a baby in this sink? What happened?
Well, I do think we were raised on like Neutrogena. The commercials where they're just fucking splashing to death.
Like pieing themselves in the face with water.
Carrie Russell just going off with that water.
Yeah.
But so that was the one part is I was showering and no one was there and it was night and I was like, oh, this is fine, whatever. I didn't want to be like showering beside someone. And then as soon as I got my face all soapy, you heard like the door slam. And I was like, oh, fuck.
No.
I'm about to be murdered, y'all.
The alien got out.
I'm about to be murdered, y'all. No, but it was really fun. Beans had a little light up vest.
I know, that was so cute.
She looked like a villain in Star Wars.
Yeah, she did. She looked like a Sith Lord.
It was so good. So yeah, and then we just, came back, and I feel like I said it to Chip earlier. I was like, I feel like I've done more in the last 10 days than a normal person does in a year. We did the world's ugliest dog. We wine countryed, we road tripped, we camped, went to an anime convention. You and I and our Morgan boys went to the Hollywood Bowl last night. Today, we're going to go to the beach. I'm just like,
it's a lot.
it's so much fun, but I'm tired.
I know. I was running on fumes when we got to Sonoma, I feel like. And that's why I can't believe that Disney was actually almost like, it was exhausting, but it was also like kind of recharging in a way too, because it was like truly a vacation. Like we weren't there out of an obligation to like go do something.
Yeah.
It didn't have to meet up with anyone. Like we just got to make our own schedule all day.
And did you do it to where you were like, hey, we're not like going home and each doing 2 hours of schoolwork? Like, did you fully
I didn't
vacation?
bring any of my stuff with me.
Nice.
I know. That's why I felt like, oh, this was really nice. I remember that this is how you're supposed to vacation.
Oh, God.
It was great. Bombas' mission is simple. Make the most comfortable clothes ever and match every item sold with an equal item donated. So when you buy Bombas, you're also giving to someone in need. Bombas design their socks, shirts, and underwear to be the clothes you can't wait to put on every day. Everything they make is soft, seamless, tagless, and has a cozy feel. And there's a pair of Bombas socks for everything you do. They come with tons of options like comfy performance style made with sweat wicking yarns. Whoa, which means that your feet stay cool while the rest of your body works up a sweat. Bombas no-show socks are designed for comfort while being specially engineered to never fall down, so your ankles will be free to soak up the sunlight. And Bombas t-shirts are made with thoughtful design features like invisible seams, soft fabrics, and the perfect weight, so they just hang perfectly right. Bombas underwear is so breathable. We love underwear that breathes, and it fits so well. It feels like you're wearing nothing at all in a good way. And did you know that socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the 3 most requested clothing items at homeless shelters? That's why Bombas donates one for every item you buy. So far, Bombas customers have helped donate over 50 million items of essential clothing. So go to bombas.com/TMGW and get 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/TMGW for 20% off. Bombas.com/TMGW.
With my schedule these days and how I'm always on the go, I don't have a ton of time for reading, even though I want to be a reader. You guys know we have our book club here at This Might Get Weird, the Barflies Reading Club. But what I have is a hack for you, because I always choose books for the book club that also has an Audible version. That's right, that way I can read and I can also throw on the Audible book when I am in the car. Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre. They got, of course, your bestsellers and your releases. They got celebrity memoirs, mysteries, thrillers, motivation, wellness, business, and more. And you're gonna discover exclusive Audible originals from top celebrities, renowned experts, and exciting new voices in audio. As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. I have been an Audible member for years, you guys. And all these titles for members include the bestsellers and new releases. All Audible members get access to a growing selection of audiobooks, Audible originals, and a podcast. And we know you guys like podcasts that are included with the membership. You can listen to all you want and more that gets added every month. I've been switching back and forth between our Barflies book of Malibu Rising and the audio version, which has been so much fun. I did the same thing for our previous books. It's my vibe. You throw it on your headphones, you take a mental health walk, and you get your reading on without having to crack a page. So let Audible help you discover new ways to laugh, be inspired, or be entertained. New members can try it for free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/TMGW or text TMGW to 500-500. That's audible.com/TMGW or text TMGW to 500-500 to try Audible free for 30 days. Audible.com/TMGW.
So I'm going back up to Sonoma on Thursday, because I have my wine course this weekend.
Have you studied?
None.
Nice.
They say study about 40 hours before you take this course. And I have had I say I've had no time and I just said all that fun shit. But like all that, I tried to move this course like a month ago because I was like, I'm going to be an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it with our friend Jacqueline, and I'm pretty sure she's been studying.
If you fail, hypothetically, because I think you'll be fine. If you fail, what's the scenario? Do they let you just retake it, or?
I think if you fail, you can retest, but it just costs again.
Yeah.
It costs money. Okay. This shit is expensive. Like getting your wine on is fucking expensive.
Any education costs more than you think it is.
Oh yeah, I can't even.
That's where I'm like, I'm so behind on so much school stuff that I have to do, but I wanted to like give myself the 2 days that we had down there. So now it's the pressure cooker of going, well, I have no excuse.
She's in summer school, y'all.
Summer school.
She is in summer school. Can I tell you something that pissed me off?
Yeah, of course.
Remember when, so there's a restaurant I love in my neighborhood, and it has like my favorite cocktail in LA, and we go often. I told you one time we sat at the bar because we're bar sitters.
Yeah.
We sat at the bar, and it's a pizza place or like Italian, and Chip asked for a side of ranch with his pizza.
Yeah.
I think I've said it on the podcast, and this hipstery bartender said, we're not that kind of place.
I hate that.
And it was so fucking rude, right? It was like, so I literally was like, oh really? Because there's a nicer pizza place across the street that makes homemade ranch. Like who? But also it's like, who?
When did ranch become tacky?
And also like, do you own this place, sir?
Right.
No. Well,
have you ever had pizza with ranch? Because it's fucking delicious.
Also, are you working for a tip right now? So maybe don't be an asshole to us. So we went back there the other day, and we sat outside because we had beans with us, and we ordered like a second round of drinks, and chips came out, and it had like a little bug in it, and floating. So we were very cool about it. You know, Chip was like, I'm just gonna try to get it out of here, but like couldn't. Like it was one of those like, and then it's in a whirlpool. You're like, I can't get this gnat out of there. So I was like, just give me the drink, I'll go. So I just very slyly go up to our server and be like, hey, is there any way we could just remake this because there's a fly in it? And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll go get you a new one. Right. So a new one comes out by this bartender.
The no ranch bartender.
Ranch guy. First of all, he's wearing a shirt that says the Tim Dillon Show. I'm pretty sure that Tim Dillon is like a Joe Rogan guy. He's like, you know, a comedian that got canceled for saying shitty stuff. Like he's awful. Okay. So I was like, why would this place even let him wear this shirt?
Right.
But he comes out. We're being so cool about the drink. Sets it down. Doesn't say like, sorry about that. Yeah. Doesn't say, I got this one. Anything. Just goes, with a mustache like that, I didn't think you'd be scared of a little fly. I thought you'd want some extra protein. And we just go, ha, 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 ha. And he goes, yeah. And he's like doing a tight five and being like, yeah, I figured, you know, you got a mustache. You might want a fly in there, blah, blah. And he just leaves. And I just say like, well, you're welcome. Like, and it made me so mad. And then Chip takes a sip and goes, this isn't even what I ordered.
Amazing.
And I looked at the receipt and our server put in the right drink. This guy made the wrong drink, put a fly in it. When he brought it back out, he just negged us.
I was going to say, he just is negging everyone all the time.
Oh, Grace, you know me. I didn't do it. But for the rest of the night, I was like, do I leave a Yelp or do I DM the restaurant? I was so pissed. I was like, this guy has disrespected my boyfriend twice. Yeah. I'm about to fucking take off my earrings and go off on this motherfucker. I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that this man who basically was like, "You guys are white trash because you wanted ranch for pizza," and serves us the wrong drink with the bug in it and is rude to us about it.
Makes fun of Chip for not
wanting to drink a bug.
Okay.
Because I'm sure Tim Dillon would say we are a snowflake.
No, you know what? We don't have ranch, but we got flies like crazy. So deal with it.
And it's also like, me too, motherfucker. We've been swatting a fly out of our face for the last 40 minutes. But So I had to get that off my chest. I've had dumbass who was a dick about ranch in my notes for
Well, if
2
anything,
weeks.
he is consistent in his dumbassery. So
Fuck
there's that.
that guy.
Okay, what do you think about this?
Oh.
I saw this article the other week, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
So Amazon's Alexa.
Oh my God, I have this as a note.
Yeah, that they're gonna make it so it can mimic the voice of anyone, including dead
people.
So like you can say to your child, like, we're gonna have dead grandma read your fairy tale to you tonight before you fall asleep. Alexa, have grandma read the rest of Peter Pan. Isn't that
My God.
weird?
I think it's so morbid.
I don't. I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was an Onion article at first when
Right.
I saw it.
No,
I
I
was
have
like,
a
who's
note.
asking for this?
I have a note that says Alexa dead voice.
Yeah, it's basically that if you have, I guess, up to maybe like 10 seconds or a minute of
That's all.
audio, that it can, I guess, through AI or whatever, it can like facilitate an entire
They're like,
vocal
if we
range.
know how you make every letter sound,
Yeah.
we can string it together.
But this just feels like this is going to get people in trouble. You know, like to me, my brain just goes obviously to the worst case scenario.
Murder.
But I'm like, this is even with the face filters where you can put someone's like a famous
deep
person's
fake?
face on you. Like that to me, I was like, this is a little too much, guys.
Yeah.
What's the goal? What are we doing?
Yeah, what hostage situation you're doing. Yeah, when I heard that, I immediately went, oh, cool. So like when you go and murder this person,
Right.
you can still have them call their family so that they think they're safe.
Horrible.
Horrible idea.
I don't understand what the benefit is here other than just going like, look, we have this incredible technology now.
Well, some of the stuff I'm like, just because you can doesn't mean you should make it available for everyone. Like
Right.
it'd be different if it was like, oh, this is like very morbid too. But if it was like, if someone was dying and was the voice of like some beloved character, and you could be like, hey, I give my permission for subsequent movies. If you want to use my
Right.
voice through technology, I love this character. I
Yeah.
want him to continue living, whatever. But this, I just think of crime in the same way. I just heard it's people not thinking it through.
Yeah.
It's being like, let me just see if I can do it, but not if I should do it, which I think is the whole through line of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that might be the lesson learned there.
But because I just heard of, the Apple tags to like find your keys
Yeah,
and things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that now there's like a phenomenon. This is so scary of like guys like, or whoever, like dropping them in women's purses and then being able to track them on the way home. I saw it pop up on like someone's Instagram story, like a shared post where they were like, hey guys, just so you know, I came home and found an app like this is, and someone's like, that happened to me last week. So it's another thing of like people who created this thing didn't think through of like how you actually protect people from people using it wrong.
The quote from, I think, someone from the Alexa team in whatever this demonstration was that promoted or like debuted this technology, they said, quote, while AI can't eliminate that pain of loss, it can definitely make the memories last. So this feels
It's so weird. But you know, like now there's going to be a movie now where it's like,
horror film.
Or like my partner died. So now I just like have Alexa talk like him and masturbate.
Yeah, I know. That's like, I felt like we capped what we should be using technology for when like Snoop Dogg could read your GPS.
Yeah.
That to me was like, we did it. We did it. Let's retire. Everyone's done. He's telling me which way to go. And
Cookie Monster. Remember when I was in that Uber? And I was like, why? Who is he talking to? It's like, Cookie Monster says take a ride on the 110.
That's when we should have realized we're getting out of control. Okay? I don't need whatever the hell this is.
No, I
coming into
hate
my
it.
life.
Oh my God. I'm finally deleting that note. Because I don't know any dead person that I would need their voice.
No, and also it's like they can't give permission, like what
That's
you're
what I'm
saying. That I'm
saying.
like, if someone was like, I want my voice to be used to read all of my grandkids' things, to haunt them, sure.
But also, does it mean someone could just make a fake episode of this podcast?
That's what I mean.
I mean, we have us talking for libraries worth of fucking footage.
I know. We are at the most vulnerable stage in our professional careers.
No.
I know, because The Andy Warhol documentary that I watched.
Right. They simulated his voice, right?
Yeah, just through AI technology using voiceover stuff that they had done. So it sounds like him narrating it, but it sounds a little like off. But it was just like jarring. It was weird.
No. It's going to be like, and coming up, we've got Mason Gameries. This might get odd.
Exactly.
Well, Beans is staring at me.
Yeah, Beans is saying, she's our stage manager saying, wrap it up right now.
She is going to hit, they have those dogs that hit buttons that are like, I'm hungry.
Yes.
Like, okay, first of all, I think those are all fake.
Yeah.
I think that dogs just hitting stuff and they're adding noise later.
Like,
I don't think any dog is saying like, I miss daddy.
I love daddy. That's too much. That's technology gone wrong in the other direction.
I think it's just people trying to get views. Listen, if you are a listener right now and you have taught a dog to do this, please DM us or do something, because I think everyone's lying.
Well, because I'm not a pessimist. I am a practical realist.
Yeah.
And I don't believe any prank video that's out there. I don't believe most of the good deed videos that are out there. And I definitely don't believe that dogs are saying they love their daddies.
No. But also,
I don't want to imagine what Goose would say to me if she could.
Well, that's what I'm going to say is I don't want to give Beans any words. I'm just going to give her a button that I think she would pick up really quick. That's just the playoff music on the Academy Awards. That's just like, wrap it up, bitch. We need to roll. Oh, well, okay.
Thanks.
Well, this is another fun one. And you know what?
Yeah.
It got weird.
Yep.